Hi everyone, it is October 27th, a Tuesday, very nippy outside. It was like 20 degrees this morning, which is not quite as bad as yesterday morning when it was 2 degrees below zero. So with that in mind, do you think maybe winter is approaching? I think so, and I'm really not looking forward to it. I do not like the cold, and I'm one of those bah humbug people that does not like the snow either. So with all of that being said, this is your November card club, and by the time you're looking at it, we might have snow. This is from the Wreath Builder set, and I've never done a wreath, if you can believe it, in all these years, so this is new for me. Oh, by the way, I might tell you that I haven't really decided if this is going to be a club card or if this is going to be in the Christmas class, but I'm going to give you the instructions on it anyway. So there you go. So if you will get your card kit out, we'll take a quick look at it. Make sure you've got everything before you get started putting stuff together. Nothing I hate worse than trying to put something together and find out something's missing. So you have your base, and this is a sandwich board again. I'm on a sandwich board kick. You have an embossed piece of white that is scalloped on the bottom and embossed with the old world paper. That's going to layer right on top of your card base, but not before your designer series paper, which is a plaid, cherry cobbler, and spruce. What is the name of the spruce? Here I go again. I get social anxiety when I'm talking to you guys and I can't remember things. But anyway, the spruce green that we have and the cherry cobbler, beautiful colors. So that's going to go on your base before your embossed piece. And we have 3 wreaths, 4 actually, 3 green ones. One of mine happens to be in 2 pieces. The reason for that was I ran out of paper, so I had to use some scraps, and it worked. We have the spruce again. We have Cucumber Crush, which is a retired in color, and we have Color Me Clover, which is also a retired in color. I believe that was from last year. And we have Cherry Cobbler, which I hope never retires. I love this color. And also in your kit you have a couple of little poinsettias that are cut out. You have a greeting that says Blessed Christmas Wishes. You're going to be trimming this down a little bit, and I think that's about it for the kit. Oh no, you should have a couple of gold leaves and some bling, 3 pieces of gold bling. So I am going to show you this, which is the die set. There is a stamp set that goes with it, and I did not purchase that, at least not yet. I think I will though, primarily for the partridge. I really would like to have that, and the flowers have some print to them too. So we have Easter eggs and the pears that go with the partridge, quail in our world. We have the love and the hearts for Valentine's Day, some eggs for Easter. We've got a bow if you want a bow on your wreath. We've got a fall leaf, and of course we've got the poinsettia that we're going to be using. There's also a smaller little flower for the center or individually. And one thing I like in this set is they are giving us duplicates of a lot of the dies that we might want to cut out more of. This little grouping down here, I'm not real sure. I think this is a leaf and a berry, but I'm not positive. And this, of course, can be the center of a flower or another layer of a flower. I'm really not sure what they have in mind, but I'll see if I can find out. So anyway, that is your die set, and it is it's in your annual catalog, way at the back with all the dies. Okay, and that'll tell you where the stamp set is should you want to get it. Okay, let's go get going on this very simple card. You're going to need glue, you're going to need tape, and you are going to need a pair of scissors for sure. And I think I would like for you to have a little bit of red or green. Let's see. Yeah, I'd like to see the edges inked, but it's certainly not imperative. Okay, I am going to put you on pause and we're going to get going on this. Sorry, I had to put you on pause because I forgot to show you this. It's called Itty Bitty Christmas, and it's got a lot of Christmas greetings. If you happen to need Christmas greetings or need smaller greetings, that's what I like about this. I like the small ones because a lot of times we have a card put together and we don't want to cover things up with the greeting, and you may have to if that's all you have, or larger ones. So anyway, we're going to use Blessed Christmas Wishes, and if that is not satisfactory for you, I hope you have something in your stash that you can use. So this one is on page 62 of the annual catalog. Okay, now we can get going on this. As I said, we have a base. We have this scalloped embossed piece. We have our designer series paper that's going to go under that. We're going to layer all of these wreaths together. The red is going to go first, and then the greens can go in whatever order you like. I happen to have the spruce on the top because it matches the designer paper. That's the only reason. It doesn't have to be that way. You do it however you like. So get your little old tape out, whatever you like to use. You know what I like to use. And we'll start putting this puppy together as quickly as we can. And you'll notice I didn't ink my edges. That's because I didn't bring any ink over here. Okay, step number 1. Step number 2, we're going to layer our embossed piece. And by the way, I scalloped this with a Stampin' Up! Scallop punch from way long time ago. They seem to be rather sparse on punches anymore. Everything is dies, but that's okay, I guess. I prefer punches only because they are so much faster when I've got to do a lot. Okay. And if anything is out of alignment, remember all you have to do is go to your paper cutter and just trim that edge off a little bit. I see I've got a little tiny bit here to trim off. And that's, or not, we'll see what happens. Okay, your red is going to go down first. And you might want to do a little shaping to these, or even crumble it a little bit so some of those will stand out. I think a good product to probably use with this would be glue dots. Seems like that would be really easy. So glue dots, here we come. I actually glued it before, but for right now, glue dots is the name of the game. Come on. One of us needs new glasses, and it wouldn't be you. Well, maybe you do, but boy, this girl is looking pretty bad lately. Okay, so you're going to place that just a little bit high because you have to leave room for your greeting at the bottom. And you are going to be cutting that down, remember. It's going to be skinnier than what you're looking at the moment. So we're going to get this guy centered as well as we can. Okay, next I'm going to do my Color Me Clover. Again, I'm going to do my two-parter just to show you this can really be done. Okay, yours hopefully is not in two parts, but there were a couple out there that are, so Maybe it is. Put a glue dot there. A glue dot there. And there. Okay. And you're going to kind of line this up with the already existing circle that you'll see with your berries. By the way, the glue dot thing is a whole lot simpler if it's done after your piece is in place. You might use one glue dot to get it stuck down, and then you can do like I just showed you there, slipping the glue dot underneath it. I'll do that on this one. I'm just going to put one glue dot on. And line it up with the circle. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's all going to be covered up with each other. Okay, so now I've got this stuck down with this one glue dot here. So now I'm going to just slip this glue dot right underneath there. I really don't have to put any more than that if I don't want to, and I don't think I'm going to actually. Okay, and next up is our spruce. Nope, next up is our cucumber. You know, I don't know that I ever used that color in class. Or at all. I didn't like it, and all of a sudden now here I'm loving it, and of course it's no longer available. And by the way, I'm sure you realize that you need to kind of alternate your leaves. I actually put one of these in reverse. I think I'm going to do that with this one. So let's put it with the leaves going the opposite direction. You won't have that little texture showing, but I don't know that that's all fired important because there's going to be another one on top of it. Okay. Glue dot. All right. Now for the spruce, and it'll go back in the original direction. One glue dot, bring it up there, kind of get it lined up with the circle. And do another one for sure. Oops, wrong spot. Oh, good, it came off. Sometimes they don't want to, that's for sure. And you see, if you leave it kind of loose like that, with just a couple, 2 or 3 glue dots, it'll look more fluffy, like a wreath is supposed to look. And of course, you can curl some of your leaves with your fingernail, but be careful because they tear off of there real easily. And your bone folder is another good product to use to do that. Just take your bone folder and, yeah, sure. Oh, I don't know if I can do it this way. Yeah, I can. I have to do it in that direction. But anyway, you can use your bone folder too to curl some of those up. Now then, for our greeting. This is easier done with a very long pair of scissors. Yeah, a magnet on there. With a longer pair of scissors, if you have them, it makes cutting that straight line so much easier. If you felt the need, you could certainly draw a line. And that may not be a bad idea because I didn't do such a good job on this. I cut too close to the top. But anyway, this is what you're going to do, is cut it down so it's a lot narrower. Now if you prefer it large like it was, I guess you could put it down here on top of your plaid paper, but that's going to cover up some of your pretty gold. So, we're also going to get a piece of foam that I forgot to make. So get your piece of foam out, and what I like to do, and you won't be able to do, is to get a larger piece of foam in a case like this where it's such a small piece, and I do want it to stand up. I will layer that on my foam, and then I'm going to trim it out. And this is easier done with a smaller pair of scissors. And there's that magnet again. It's stuck to my tweezers, and every time I pull something metal out of there, it is stuck to whatever I'm pulling out. Always a surprise, you know. And why don't I take the magnet off? That's a very good question. Okay, that's trimmed now. And I'll need my gun. I'll put it in place right under the wreath. I believe that I put it right above my scallops for a guideline. There we go, like so. Now for our poinsettia. Definitely going to curl it. One of them. One is the bottom layer, and it's up to you if you want to or not. I'm going to do it a little bit. I'm going to glue it down just by gluing the center. Sounds like another job for a glue dot. Excuse me. So, well, I like to put it upside down. Up, like so. And then the other one I'm going to layer right on top of it, altering the leaves. Alternating the leaves, I should say. But you knew what I meant, didn't you? You're all so used to me, and I'm so glad of that. Okay. And now the little gold leaves. I'm going to use a glue dot on them too, right at the very bottom of them. So, see if I can get it off my finger. They're going to go just on this side a little bit. Get a little spark going in here. So we've got the gold in our designer series paper. By the way, that is from last year, if you recall, from the last year's holiday catalog, I think. But anyway, one of us was smart enough to buy a couple of packages of it. I really, because you know, me and plaid, what can I say? It's about the only print that I buy in clothing too. Oh, that was no good. See, upside down, I just doesn't work for me. Hey, maybe that's what that leaf is. For the poinsettia, do you think? Maybe. This one right here that I didn't know about, it could be for the poinsettia. Bet you it is. Okay, now for our bling. Let's get... Okay. Well, I didn't bring any picker-upper tool. So I'm just going to put a few dots of glue and be clumsy. Maybe I could pick her up with a, no. A picker-upper tool. This is when you really miss it, I'll tell you. Especially when there's holes. You know, holes in the flower. So you put your glue in there, and that does not work very well because the glue goes down in the holes. Make sense? You didn't see me do that. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to find the picker-upper because I can't do it. Too clumsy. Okay, I'm back with my picker-upper tool. Two of them stuck together there. Ay, ay, ay. I'm just not doing very well with this, but there it is. The leaves still don't look right. They need to be moved over a bit. Okay. I think we're done. And I also think that what would be very helpful here is if you have a little piece of red paper, I'll try to remember to put it in your kits. A little dot. Oh, actually, this little dot right here would probably work just hunky-dory. A little dot of that in the cherry cobbler to put in the center of the poinsettia, and then we wouldn't have any problem with that bling falling in the holes and doing all that. See, the glue goes down in the hole, and it's just is creating difficulties for me. So that's what we're going to do. So even though we don't have that while I'm giving you this demonstration, you will have in your kit a little round dot of red, and that's what it's for, to put on top of your poinsettias, just to glue your bling to. Okay, we're done. We are done. And I'm looking at comparing the two of these. And I'm liking the original so much better, the actual wreath itself. And I think the reason for that is I've got more of it crumbled up, but also it appears to me that I don't have them laying exactly right on top of that circular line in there. So if you kind of alternate that too, it'll make your wreath just a little bit wider. And I also think if you cut your red, just cut it in half so you can overlap it a little bit so that more of it will show in the center as well as the outside. That's kind of a good idea. None of this is stuff you have to do, just things that might make it look a little better. Well, anyway, thanks for being here. And like I said, I don't know if this will be in our club or if it will be in our Christmas class, but you will be doing it, that's for sure. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the next card.